The couple, who were one of America's most famous couples for decades. Millions of followers were shocked to hear about Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos' divorce. Those who had lived through Kelly's live broadcast and supported Mark's acting career were taken aback. The divorce itself was shocking, but it wasn't the most shocking part. Following the breakup, it was Mark's initial move. What does this mean for him, for Kelly, and for the family they built together? Fans asked in response to the shocking and intimate decision. Follow me all the way to the finish. Because the tale I am going to tell is about more than simply the highs and lows of Hollywood. It's a tale of overcoming adversity, creating something new, and making unexpected decisions when everything we've ever known comes crashing down. Let's start with the announcement of the divorce, the first event that made everyone's heart sink. Hollywood has Kelly and Mark as its eternal love icon for a long time. They appeared unbreakable, in contrast to other famous couples who disintegrated under the pressure of stardom. Therefore, supporters didn't treat the announcement as any ordinary news item when it surfaced. For them, it was as if a shard of their own faith in everlasting love had broken. Many Americans, particularly those of us who have been following their story throughout the 1990s, found it hard to believe. Given what they discussed, how is it possible that this occurred? However, once the first shock started to wear off, attention shifted to Mark. After that, what would he do? Would he take a low-key exit or dare to change the course of his life? The element of surprise then arrives at this point. Mark could have stayed out of the limelight and hidden behind closed doors, but he instead did something that shocked the globe. Instead of being afraid of change, he decided to lean into it and accept his vulnerability. He wasn't planning a scandalous comeback, a new role, or a costly acquisition when he made his first move. Actually, he started by reflecting on himself. Mark spoke out, and his comments touched the hearts of millions. He framed conclusions not as setbacks but as opportunities for growth. The divorce, in his view, was not the end of a fairy tale, but rather a little part of a much larger and ongoing narrative. Mark's message lacked the usual Hollywood flourish. The message was direct, honest, and sincere. Thanksgiving was his topic. Appreciation for the time he spent with Kelly. Many thanks for the wonderful family they raised. Thankfulness even for the wisdom gained from suffering a loss. For millions of others who have probably been through something similar, such as a divorce, a serious sickness, or a devastating loss. His remarks resonated. He emphasized that standing up, being honest, and refusing to allow bitterness take hold can be the bravest thing to do after a sorrow. What startled the globe, though, was more than just those remarks. What he did after those remarks made his point even clearer. Mark prioritized his family before pursuing fame or getting caught up in a maelstrom of diversions. He put his kids first, spending valuable time with them in private, away from the spotlight. To his legion of devoted followers, it served as a sobering reminder that he was, at his core, a doting father. And for many viewers, particularly the more seasoned viewers who are aware of the profound value of familial ties as they age, I felt firmly planted and tremendously encouraged by this decision. His role as a caring father continued even after his marriage ended in divorce. When everyone believed they had Mark's trajectory figured out, he made yet another unexpected turn. Now for the twist. Getting back to his family wasn't Mark's only strategy. He was also quite open to new ideas. Rumors started circulating in the weeks after the divorce that Mark was dabbling in new projects and opportunities unrelated to the work we knew him for. There was no attempt to outdo Kelly or cling to the past at work here. The point was to make room for him to rediscover who he was as a person. Fans all over the globe learned from that bold move, the bravery to go into the unknown. The world is still a playground for daring and surprising actions, even in the aftermath of tragedy and the loss of something you held dear. Nobody remained mute. Messages of encouragement from fans descended across social media in droves. People spoke on their own experiences of reinventing themselves in the wake of painful life events like divorce, loss, or transition. Instantly, Mark's initial action was about more than just him. For the thousands of others who were silently enduring their own dark paths, it became a symbol. The fact that life goes on even after a devastating loss became evident. When you muster the guts to start over, that's when the real journey starts. A mystery persisted, though, even as admirers warmed up to the story. Hollywood hottie Mark Consuelos has shocked everyone by making headlines with his first move after rumored divorce from longtime partner and TV queen Kelly Ripa. The announcement has shocked fans, social media users, and others in the entertainment industry due to their long-standing marriage, prominent jobs, and apparently idyllic family life. A new era begins. For a long time, Mark Consuelos and Kelly Ripa were one of the most adored couples in television. The couple seemed unstoppable for a long time, thanks to their on-screen connection in All My Children, years of co-parenting, and mutual support for each other's jobs. In the notoriously difficult world of Hollywood, their marriage was frequently praised as an example of love, commitment, and longevity. However, whispers of marital discord have been going around for months. Conflict may have arisen behind closed doors because of divergent views on professional advancement, personal development, and lifestyle preferences, according to persons with knowledge of the situation. When news broke of the divorce, which many saw as the end of a fairy tale union, fans were shocked. Mark's startling initial step. Fans and media outlets are still reeling at Mark Consuelos' alleged maneuver just minutes after the divorce announcement became public. Several news outlets in the entertainment industry have reported that Mark abruptly announced a new television production project that centers on dramatic storytelling based on true stories, marking a drastic shift in his career trajectory. Although some may anticipate a period of seclusion following a divorce, Mark's proactive behavior has taken everyone by surprise. His unwavering commitment to expressing himself creatively shows not only strength but also a daring move toward autonomy. Mark is transforming tragedy into genius, is one of the many replies shared by fans on social media. Oh my, I never thought he would make such a daring move so quickly. His refusal to let personal failures define him. The weight of emotions. Although Mark's decision to change careers has made headlines, this story also has a very human component. Divorcing after decades of marriage is a huge undertaking. The public eye, changes within the family, and emotional turmoil that accompany a divorce are magnified when one or both spouses hold high-profile positions. Mark's choice to prioritize professional development right after going through such a transformative experience showcases an impressive blend of fortitude, planning, and resolve. His ability to transform his own suffering into meaningful action has won him many admirers and provided a powerful example of perseverance in the face of hardship. Press and public opinion. Both the divorce and Mark's subsequent courageous move have been front-page news in the media's incessant coverage. What prompted Mark to make such a sudden change in his career path is a topic of much discussion on celebrity news sites, fan forums, and entertainment blogs. Will his divorce and other life events inform his next work? What does Kelly Ripa's future hold professionally, and how will she react? Mark has maintained his composure and professionalism in the face of the overwhelming media attention, stressing that his ultimate goal is to write stories that touch people all across the globe. What lies ahead? Although many view a divorce as a personal ending, Mark Consuelos' initial step shows that it may also be a fresh start. His legions of admirers can't wait to see what he does next and where his imagination takes him in his next endeavors. Resilience, resolve, and vision can turn adversity into opportunity, as this narrative shows, even in the face of public scrutiny and devastating loss. Not because to their scandalousness, but rather their audacity, empowerment, and unexpectedness, Mark's post-divorce acts have stunned the globe. One thing is certain as Mark Consuelos enters this new chapter. The world will be closely following his every move, motivated by his fearlessness, inventiveness, and resolute desire to overcome personal obstacles.